What's up, guys? This is Jake. This is another movie pitch. Just bear with me a little bit, guys, because I just thought of this movie idea, movie story about 2 weeks ago, so it's pretty fresh. It's not, not well thought out just yet, but I needed another movie pitch on my channel, so here it is. The name of it, which I just contemplated up about 2 seconds ago, is Newfound Me. Newfound Me is the title of this. Okay. So it has your lead actor, I don't know, we can call him Eric. He's in a college course for his major, and what he's really at college for is for nutrition. He's taking his main course is nutrition course, and then to fill up his resume and his time, he takes a second course, and this is experimental science and kinesiology. And he starts off this course, this is where the movie kind of starts, and the course is going fine. Pretty much this whole new course that he's taking is they're trying to find a new way to make a human, a person, faster, stronger, more endurance and whatnot. That's the whole purpose of the course, trying to find out ways to do that, whether that be through nutrition, whether that be through working out, lifting weights, whatnot. Pretty much about 2 weeks after the start of the course, a girl enters the course late, and she kind of sits not beside him but close to him, and they start getting acquainted. I apologize, I'm awful at pitching these. I'm too slow at pitching them, but I'll try to go fast. So they meet up. She then reveals to him that she has an idea, like a serum, so to speak, that is pretty much will increase his strength, his power, his reaction time, his endurance and whatnot. And obviously, they did studies on rats and whatnot, and it worked. And she wants him, and he's obviously taking quite fondly of her, because she's pretty, she's intelligent, she's kind of into the same thing as him. She's going to be like the quintessential perfect chick acquaintance that he meets up with in this course. And then from there, she pretty much, after a while, convinces him to be the human experiment of her serum that she says is amazing and potential. So he starts taking it. Obviously, he knows this is a bad idea. He's a quite intelligent person himself, but he looked at the rat stress, the test of the that she did on the rats, and he's pretty much convinced. He pretty much allows himself to do it because he's quite fond of her. So he first starts taking it, and everything is fine. What the serum does is it allows him, pretty much when he starts taking it, he sees minimal increases of the things that I mentioned, the things that I named, strength, endurance, reaction time, whatnot. And then they figure out, though, through working out, when this guy, who is not like a huge guy or anything like that, he doesn't lift weights, he's just a medium-sized person. When he starts taking the serum and then starts working out, they figure out that he just starts gaining muscle mass, like almost like he's on steroids or something, times 1,000, right? Like he just, well, maybe not times 1,000, but it's almost like it's steroids, but way better, because it improves his endurance, it improves, it obviously increases his size, his intelligence, his reaction timing and stuff like that, and it's a very quick time span that this happens in. So this is within a few weeks, 2 weeks of working out. So he does the smallest minimal amount of working out, lifting weights in the gym, and he's gaining mass muscle, and just improving, just like they perceived him that that would happen when they did it on the rats. But they didn't figure out the working out thing on the rats. But anyways, so then what happens? Like I said, I'm awful at pitching this. So then, but then he starts. There's a side effect, and the side effect is he starts getting a second personality, but he doesn't recognize it at first. He'll just start when he's in the gym. And he's working out like he usually has been doing for like the past like few, maybe 2-4 weeks that he's on this serum. He starts having like this, this, not like a schizophrenic sort of personality, but like a split personality where it's like it's like a more serious, like he's a really nice, easygoing guy, very intelligent guy, but then this like second personality of his that he starts developing is like really badass. Like he's like, it's like that really cool alpha sort of what character could I base it on? I don't know. It's like he's a really serious and nearly bad attitude, but he still has morals. This personality still has morals and still stands for the right thing, but he'll do whatever it takes to do the right thing. So he starts going in and out of this personality as he starts working out, but it's only for like a few minutes here and there at the start. But then obviously as it develops, he starts more frequently having to deal with this second personality. He obviously reports this to his girlfriend now. Maybe we could say him and the girl get together. They don't know what to do about it. So he obviously stops taking the serum, but it's too late because the serum, the muscle mass that he gains, that the serum is like locked into his muscles, which sounds like really dumb, but pretty much the muscles that he developed and like the other things, within his mind, with the reaction time and whatnot, like those are now like permanent with him, right? And it's only going to get stronger, even though he stops taking this serum, because he worked out so heavily and did as much as he could while he was on the serum for those few weeks. It's not temporary no more, and he basically starts having these episodes of this split personality where it's like what happens is his usual self takes a back seat, and he can still view and contemplate and do and not do things, but like he still has thoughts and like, oh, what's happening now is this is the split personality taking over. But then the second personality is obviously, it has complete control over him, and the way he talks and stuff, and he's just like a backseat kind of like an out of body experience, just kind of witnessing it. And then what pretty much happens, I don't know, you can have like the first action scene, and then this pretty much sets up like the premise of the film, where they're in the city, and I don't know, it could be any city that has like some sort of crime, drug rate that is pretty up there, and pretty much there's like a lot of gangs in the city, and there's like huge drug traffic there. So, and whoever pretty much, and there's like a bunch of rival gangs that are trying to, that are sell these different drugs and try to take over territories and stuff like that. And it's a huge business. I don't know. There's just, specifically this city is just riddled with a bunch of drug users, and there's a lot of money to be made in this specific city with the drug traffic there. So, as this main character that now, having this split personality, he usually would walk by these gang members, like, keep his distance, and he would see them doing shady stuff, and obviously never interfere. But obviously now with the split personality, the first action scene could be, he witnesses them, I don't know, maybe attempting to violate some girl, maybe pick on some kid, maybe mug some person, and now he interferes because his split personality is taking over at this moment as he was walking through the streets. by these gangs. Obviously, the first action scene can ensue, and he takes out this gang with amazing fashion, because he's like way stronger than them. He's way faster, and he has reaction timing and stuff like that. So then you're pretty much getting near the end of the film. Well, at least midway through, and then we find out that this chick that joined his course, isn't is very exactly so nice and as how he perceived her to be. And she actually works for this big corporation that made the serum. It wasn't actually her that developed the serum herself, because that's what she claims to the guy, at the start of the film. And then pretty much from there, we find out that the leader of this company, the CEO of this company that created the serum, their whole plan, they needed to find human subjects that would do that, like the guy that like the main actor that's in the course, to kind of do their bidding. And the whole premise, the whole thing that they're trying to do is, like I said, this idea is still fresh, so this might sound kind of dumb, but pretty much what the CEO wants to control the city. He wants to control the drug traffic. So in order to do that, he needs to control the gangs that have the territory and this and that. If he controls the gangs, then he controls the drug traffic, and it makes him a lot of money. So that's the whole idea, the premise of it. And so what pretty much happens is the CEO schedules an appointment for Eric, the main actor that's now been taking the serum, and then his girlfriend, which was, I don't know, we'll call her Jessica. Jessica and Eric to meet up. And then this is when Jessica and the CEO revealed to Eric that they've been working together, and this is their plan. And their plan is to take over the city through gangs, and they want him to be a leader of one of the gangs. And like, it's not just they just join a gang, right? They're going to be doing they're going to be awful criminals that are mugging others, killing others, stealing, doing awful things that these gangs are doing, right? No sympathy, no, obviously very bad thing to do. When Eric finds this out and finds out this girlfriend of his was, in a sense, betraying him and using him as a test subject, he's obviously, that's not obviously great news for him to hear. So at that point, he doesn't allow this to happen. He totally is against it, and he doesn't listen to the CEO. And Jessica's not even in. Jessica's not even evil herself. She kind of just wanted to get up there. She just wanted like a career jump, because she's really into the human experimentation, where they're trying to find like a better version of a person with like I said, these characteristics, these attributes that I mentioned earlier, with reaction timing, strength, speed, whatnot. So then so when she reveals this to him, it's not like she's like secretly with boyfriend and girlfriend with the CEO, and then like she's just totally an evil person. She just she's just a younger kid. Well, she's not a kid, but she's a younger person that kind of just got caught up in things and got approached by the CEO that told her that told her that he could make stuff happen in her career if she helped him out find these guys. So I'm pretty much pitching the whole movie here. It's not just an idea. I mean, obviously there's no dialogue, but so pretty much this is the main action scene that happens. So at this meetup, they're at their facility. They're at the CEO's his lab, so to speak, is this huge facility that is obviously top secret. He reveals the plan to Jessica, the full plan to Jessica, and then reveals the plan to Eric. Eric looks at her, and he's, like I said, he's betrayed, and he's obviously, he doesn't like this. he denies and says no to the CEO, and then the CEO says, the CEO wasn't planning on that. He was believing that the kid would allow him, or he would take fondly to his plan and be a gang member. So he's like, you know what, just kill them both. And then, so the CEO pretty much tells his henchmen to kill Jessica and Eric because they're not cooperating. And then so pretty much there's a bunch of henchmen. They don't have guns on them, but there's 20 of them. So obviously they're going to be able to take down some college kid, right? Well, obviously the college kid has got the serum and stuff. So then at this point, so this way through the film, the main actor is, like I said, he's fighting with himself with this split personality. Whenever the second personality takes over him, he's trying to immediately fight it because he knows it's not exactly a good person. It's very different from what he's actually about, and he's always trying to fight it. And the second personality talks to him, it talks to him I don't know, saying stuff like, oh, just let's take out these gangs, and it could say it's like, oh, it's like, I obviously don't have any of the dialogue, but pretty much from there up until that point when these 20 henchmen are about to take out Jessica and Eric, he's always been fighting with this second personality for a few weeks up until this point. But then finally at this point, he could feel the second personality wanting to emerge, because obviously the second personality is mad at this point and knows that these two are in a very bad situation, about to get killed. So he wants to emerge. And this is actually where I got the whole idea from. The whole idea, I honestly thought this up 2 weeks ago, and it was from listening to Linkin Park, Figure '09. It's a song, it's a great song, by the way, but when I was listening to this song, the chorus of it is about to explain, that's where I got the whole idea pretty much from. And I just envisioned this whole movie from it. But pretty much, so just like the chorus of the song, now rather than Eric holding back this second personality, he embraces it and allows it to emerge. And when he does this, his personality kind of fuses with this new personality. It creates more of the darker personality of the second personality, but still with his intelligence and his some of his characteristics. And then obviously this prompts an epic action scene where he saves himself and Jessica and takes out the henchmen, and then goes on to attempt to spoil this guy's plans. And then from this point, obviously, him and Jessica are cool now, and then he finds out about the awful doing that the gangs are doing and the drug trafficking and stuff like that. So then he goes out on the streets and just starts taking out these gang members, these awful criminals that are working for the CEO guy. Because also at this point, they have the serum, right? So the CEO guy, Eric is not the only guy with this increased strength in this serum that they've tried it on. So obviously other gang members, gang leaders will have the serum too, so it'll prompt, a more evenly fought fight between Eric and Thing, and it'll just be some great action scenes. Obviously Eric then saves the day and defeats the gangs, defeats the CEO, rids the filth from the streets of these drugs, these gangs, these criminals, and that's the movie. Hopefully I explained that pretty good. I got 20 minutes here. I got through it pretty decently for a whole movie. If anyone, pretty much my channel, my movie ideas. Like I said, I just contemplated up this movie 2 weeks ago, This is happening each 2 weeks. It's going to sound completely arrogant what I'm about to say, but I'm literally a movie premise, movie idea, movie plot gold mine at this point. I don't know what it is, but I can literally envision a whole movie in like seconds. And these are original movies. I mean, this movie that I just named now, I mean, this is completely original. That I didn't get any of the ideas from anything. I mean, seriously, just from listening to a great Linkin Park song, boom, there's a movie. And like, I literally thought it up in 2 minutes. Why am I explaining this is not to boast. I'm completely not about boasting. I'm just looking for movie producers, movie directors, writers, executives, anyone out there that wants to believe in someone and hear my other stuff. If you like this movie premise, watch my other videos. I'm going to be posting 5 or 6 of my freebie movie premises on this channel. And what I mean by that is these are my lower to decent, like mediocre to decent movie premises. But I have my top 5 movie premises that I've contemplated up and really worked on for the last 5-6 years. And they're completely original and completely amazing. But I won't be telling anyone those top 5 movie premises of mine until I know for sure that I can trust the person and that I could, I have an established, somewhat of an established career at that point. But pretty much what I'm attempting to do, the goal and the mission that I'm trying to do with dropping these movie premises now, like this one that I just dropped, is just trying to show you guys, like I said, the directors, even the audience, if anyone out there would like to sub just to support my work, pretty much, it's just to try to show some proof that, I'm not just a person that claims that I have great movie ideas, but really when you listen to them, they're actually not good. Like, I actually have a lot of amazing ideas. Pretty much I'm the real deal. Like I said, that sounds incredibly arrogant, but I don't mean to explain it like that. It's just the truth. So I hope you guys enjoy this movie premise. Hopefully it wasn't too long, 20 something minutes. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. Thanks for watching.